Got some questions about the Kendrick Johnson
I'm
case.
not going to discuss that with you.
Why not, sir?
Because our case is closed.
The family has some concerns about why some things were not taken into evidence. There was blood on the
I'm not
wall.
going to discuss the case with you.
And why is that?
Because I don't want to.
Then, less than a minute after he'd invited us in,
What did you not understand that I said? I'm through talking to you.
he ushered us out
Thank you, Sheriff.
of Kendrick's face.
As handsome as my son was, then you see him like that.
Said there was no foul play. He had no bruises, no nothing.
Did you believe that?
No,
And you still don't believe it?
no, I don't.
They think the story about the mat is a cover-up.
Well, I didn't know what to think.
According to Georgia law, Coroner Bill Watson should have been contacted immediately. Kendrick's body was found at about 10:30.
I was notified at 3:45.
Lieutenant Stride Jones is with the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office.
It's a very time-consuming process to basically work your way from the outside in. Once our investigators got to the deceased, the coroner was contacted immediately.
The only reason that I was questioning this incident whatsoever was I wasn't called to the scene in a timely fashion.
In June, Kendrick's body was sent to Florida. The Johnsons hired Dr. Bill Anderson to conduct an independent second autopsy. In that autopsy, Anderson told the Johnsons he'd found evidence that Kendrick died as the result of a blow to the neck and not accidental asphyxia, after slipping into a rolled gym mat at school, as investigators in Georgia had said. But what Dr. Anderson did not find shocked them.
When we got the body for the second autopsy, that organs, the heart, lungs, liver, etc., were not with the body.
The brain?
The brain, they were all absent.
Every organ from the top of Kendrick's head to his pelvis gone. A spokeswoman for the state tells CNN after its autopsy, the organs were placed in Johnson's body, the body was closed, then the body was released to the funeral home.
Did you see, and all of them say, yes, we saw it. Did you see the judge that he was sleep on the bench? Did you see, and all of them say, yes, we saw it. Did you see the judge that he was sleep on the bench?
Greetings. State your name, please.
Bobby Worthy.
What organization?
I'm Bobby Worthy. I'm national president for the Justice League United. I'm the Minister of Law and Justice for the New Black Panther Party, and I'm also a national board member for the National Black Man's Movement, chaired by Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz.
You also came from Waycross, Georgia, right?
Yes, I did.
What interest do you have in the Kendrick Johnson case, this lawsuit with them, finalizing the allegations against the family?
Well, the thing is, I have interest against injustice, and I think it's all racially biased, racially motivated. I actually believe that it is strictly out of retaliation against the Kendrick Johnson family for standing up against injustice, better yet, the assassination and murder of their son. But the judge was inattentive when he went to sleep not once, not twice, but 3 times and one time at the end. And I also notify all the other news teams that were him. Did you see, and all of them say, yes, we saw it. Did you see the judge that he was sleep on the bench? They say, yes, we did. Whether they're going to air that or not, but we know the ghetto free press going to air. Johnson family got to be the strongest family in this country.
What's your name?
My name is Reverend Larry D. O'Hara.
What's your position or what title you carry?
I'm the, I carry many titles, but as far as the NAACP, I'm the assistant president of the Waycross branch.
Are you a minister of the gospel?
Yes, I am.
All right, what do you think about what happened today?
Even the judge sitting up there asleep from time to time.
You saw him sleep too?
Yes, and when he wake up, then somebody holler an objection, and he don't know what the objection is. So then he turns around and asks, after the guy called the objection, you speak his piece, then he turns around and asks Mr. King, and Mr. King just blooted out. He just go ahead on and beat them. Every avenue that they came across today, they got whooped today.
What's your name?
My name is Reverend Jeffrey Benoit. I'm the president of the Clayton Henry chapter of the National Action Network and a candidate for the 2016 State Representative, District 76, which covers the Conley, Fairview, Stockbridge, Forest Park, Rex and Morrow, and Rex, Georgia.
Because you call it National Action Network. Who's the founder of that organization?
The founder is Reverend Al Sharpton, who founded the National Action Network in 1991, so this is our 25th year.
Yes, Bobby, what did you say that you saw the judge doing in the courtroom today?
Sleeping.
What did you say you saw him doing?
Sleeping.
Did you see him?
Oh, he was not. He was not, and at least 3 times that counted.
I heard several other people, I want to be on camera, that you all saw that. Now, how can you really, wait a minute. You was over, did you come to Quitman with the Quitman 10+2 and Representative Tyrone Brooks as well?
I sure did.
Yeah, you all came for that. So, what is happening across the state of Georgia? I mean, short form, Bobby, short form. What's happening across the state briefly?
Lack of education, lack of knowledge, lack of responsibility on the parents' part down to the youth. Because we, in this country, we follow the characteristics of our leader. Now, United States of America is a powerful country. We are a powerful country. Our leaders may be a bunch of racists, a bunch of liars, but they ain't no cowards. And just as in the church, if your pastors, leaders of your churches, and this man, leaders of their churches, and they standing up. So the flock behind them got to be many. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, if the leaders of your organization and church meetings are coward, we gonna follow the characteristics of our leaders. So if your leaders over you are cowards, then the flock that follow them gonna be coward as well. And I also notify all the other news teams that were him. Did you see? And all of them say, yes, we saw it. Did you see the judge that he sleep on the bench? And say, yes, we did. Whether they gonna air that or not, but we know the ghetto free press gonna air it.
Somebody tell me where did it go? Who killed KJ? Come on. Who killed KJ? Who killed KJ? Thank you.
Today makes 11 months my son was found at Lowndes High School, rolled up in a mat. I was at that school the day they found my son. They treated us like nobody from day one. They're still treating us like nobody. But we declare that we're here to stay. We ain't going nowhere. They want us to leave, and when we leave, it's gonna be when they give us justice for my son.
And we're not going to rest until some form of justice arrives. I am so thankful to join this cadre of leadership in our community that is here today to say that the struggle is not over. We must continue. And I will be there with you, and I'm certainly pleased and honored to lend my voice to this effort and do all that I can. That was so much love. We don't have a moment to lose.
You can't hurry my God. No, no, no. You just got to wait. You got to trust him and give him time. No matter how long it takes. He's a God we just can't hurry. But he'll be there. Don't you worry. I say he may not come when we want him, but he's right on time. Yes, you can't hurry my God. No, 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 you just got to wait. You got to trust God and give him time. You can't hurry my God. No. You just got to wait. We got to trust God and give him time. No matter how long it takes. But if the God you can't hurry. But he'll be there. Oh, don't you worry. I say he may not come when we want him, but he ran on time. Well. Hey, some says he's coming in the morning. And he's gonna make the journey by train. Oh, some tell me riding a chariot, shaped like an angel wing. I don't know how soon God come in, but the door and can't you wait to walk it down? He may not come when we want him, but he right on time.
Got some questions about the Kendrick Johnson
I'm
case.
not going to discuss that with you.
Why not, sir?
Because our case is closed.
The family has some concerns about why some things were not taken into evidence. There was blood on the wall.
I'm not going to discuss the case with you.
And why is that?
Because I don't want to.
All right, thank you, please be seated. All right, let's go on the record. And apparently there was a miscommunication yesterday. Is Mr. Floyd in court?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I owe you an apology, Mr. Floyd. What I had intended was that I did not want the jury photographed. And I did not, and so my order was that, as to the television coverage, that I didn't want cameras in the courtroom during voir dire. And somehow or other, my order that I did not want cameras in the courtroom during voir dire got translated in transmission into no reporters in the courtroom during voir dire, and I did not order any such thing. Mr. Floyd, if you or any other members of the media were not allowed into the courtroom, that was not my intention. It was not my order. It was a mistake. It was a miscommunication, and I do apologize to you all. Of course, from here on out, court is open to the public. And I'll instruct all of the court officers that anybody that wants to come into the court's open to the public. Anybody that wants to be in the court is welcome to come in. And I'll also ask that nobody be excluded from the courtroom unless I specifically give a direct order for someone to be excluded from the court. All right, and Mr. Floyd, I do apologize to you.
Thank you.
All right, let me see counsel back just a second.
Greetings. This is the Get To Free Press, and I'm George Boston Ryans. The case of the Kendrick Johnson family versus 8 attorneys. I tell you today in Valdosta, Lowndes County, if you're talking about a fiasco, I had no idea that this much maneuvering was going on in a case such as this. This is the first time that I have seen Attorney King stare out of the window. I've seen him in many courtrooms, but this is the first time that I've seen him. He was truly a professional. We find out that the attorney, Jim Elliott, had been asking questions, seemed like investigating, and possibly spying on. Let me just, I'm going to put a pin in that, and I just want you all to get the transcript. I'm going to do a more in-depth talk on that subject of a line of question that King put before Attorney Jim Elliott. It was something to see. And I'm wondering now why there is no cameras in the courtroom, number one. Number two, I hope that the Valdosta Daily Times, CNN, and other major news media outlets are here, because this is something to see. And it's sad, in my most humble opinion. I'm almost in tears, because under our form of government, for what took place here in Lowndes County Courtroom today, the world should be able to see that. Not just to hear it on a transcript, but to actually see what is going on in the case of Kendrick Johnson. The death of Kendrick Johnson is a case that CNN, MSNBC, ABC here locally, WALB-TV, ABC, the Valdosta Daily Times, and all surrounding newspapers should have been here today. I'm deeply saddened. The people that were in the courtroom, it wasn't that many, but they didn't want to speak. They would not consent to an interview. They said, not now. I don't know what the strategy is, but to me, in my humble opinion, let me repeat, in my humble opinion, somebody should have said something today, but we never know. The case will continue tomorrow, but I wish Valdosta citizens could have been here today. I wish more of the Kendrick Johnson family was here today. You should have seen the line of questioning about going to the Tift County District Attorney to ask questions about the history and cases, and if not the conduct, of Attorney Shaveen King. Shaveen King became very concerned. I must admit, from appearances, it's the first time that I've seen Judge Porter to lean his head to the side in amazement, I believe. It was something that you all should have seen, and I don't think the people of Valdosta and Lowndes County should ignore these attorney fees and the way they calculate these attorney fees. I'm telling you, if the other attorneys and their calculation of attorney fees is anywhere in the neighborhood of our County Attorney Jim Elliott, I think there's going to be a lot of more charades in the courtroom. I'm telling you, it was something to see. I wish more people, more organizations, more pastors was here to see what took place in the courtroom. This is the Get To Free Press saying to you, you should have been here today. The Ghetto Free Press. I'm asking you to call your local television stations, your newspapers, whether it's CNN with Victor Blackwell. CNN came down here on this case. Now, where are they now? It seemed like there's a pattern and practice to keep all of this information that is taking place in the courtroom, to keep it away from the people who are concerned about the safety of their children at the local school systems. How can major news media networks been so concerned in the past and now today go on strike? What's going on under our form of government? We proclaim around the world that we are a nation. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, the right to vote, the right to hold public office, the right to have our day in court. Listen, to the people of Valdosta, you need to be in the courtroom. Can't nobody report what I saw today. Nobody can report that story. You have to see it for yourself. Again, and just remember, I put in the requirements by Georgia law to be in the courtroom with this camera to record the entire proceedings. But Judge Porter said no cameras allowed, and we have to respect what he said. But my question is, what is happening to our form of government? What is happening to our right to know? And what is happening to the Georgia Bar Association when it comes down to the professionalism that we expect from Georgia attorneys and the judges appointed to the bench? Y'all had better wake up. I served 21 years in the United States Armed Forces. But I'm telling you that this nation, without changes in many areas, I'm saddened to say it, but Galatians 6 and 7 says, for God is not mocked, for whatsoever a man sow, that shall he also reap. And St. John 8:32 says, and ye shall know the truth, and that the truth shall set you free. And if they keep truth from us by banning us from the courtroom, banning us, the press, banning our right to know, then we will never be free. And instead of us going forward as a nation, as a beacon of hope to the free world, we are going backwards. And it is indeed a disgrace. It is an embarrassment to all those soldiers who suffered, bled, and died in the wars of this nation to maintain our rights to know under our form of government. y'all can sit back, you can keep going to church, hollering hallelujah, hallelujah, and hallelujah, but don't get involved in your community. And one day you're gonna go to church, and they're gonna have law enforcement cars and other agencies saying to you, sorry, it won't be no worship service this Sunday or this Sabbath to you who are Seventh-day Adventists. We have just taken away all of your rights. Now you do what we say, or we all gonna take you and put you in concentration camps. Once again, if you don't appreciate the freedom that you have, and if you are not willing to die to maintain these freedoms, then you don't deserve them at all, neither your children nor coming generations of children. Thank God for the real freedom fighters. And for Black Lives Matter, thank you so much. Stay the course. And to these young folk who are creating other organizations to challenge and to report the news that our mainstream news media don't give a damn about, thumbs up to you too. Once again, this is the Get To Free Press. George Boss Ryan. We report what others ignore. We got a small camera, but I report and the information is big. Bye-bye. We gone. See you tomorrow.
Tell the angels I'm on my way. Won't you tell them that I'll be home? Tell the angels I'm on my way to go up there. I'll sing. Tell the angels just to make more room. Won't you tell them that I'll be there? Tell the angels that I'm on my way, and I'll be y'all let me say it again. Tell the angels I'm on my way, but won't you tell them that I'll be home? Tell the angels that I'm on my way up there. I'll sing. Tell the angels just to make more room. Won't you tell them that I'll be there? Tell the angels that I'm on my way, and I'll be there. My road rough and rocky, my cross gets hard to bear. My friends, they all have left me, can't find peace nowhere. Tired, Lord, sick and worried. My little soul is feeling bad. But one day, church, I'm going away, and I'm going up there to stay. Yes, tell the angels I'm on my way. Tell the angels I'll be home. Tell the angels I'm on my way up there. I'll sing. Tell the angels just to make more. Won't you tell them that I'll be there? Tell the angels that I'm on my way, and I'll be up there. Yeah, tell the angels. Tell